Well, hello everyone, and welcome to part 5 of the Winter Ski Chalet. I keep on saying a different name in each voiceover, so let's pretend I always say the same thing, as long as we all understand, right? Am I right? Yeah, so welcome to part 5. I remember in the last voiceover, I said that in that part, I'll be doing the TV room as well, and well, that didn't happen because, well, I don't know, I thought that I put that into that part, but instead you're going to be seeing it today. So today, 100% you're going to see me work on the TV room. I'll also do the pantry and finish up the kitchen. And then I will also start working on some hallways and do the last outside area, which is right next to the master bedroom. That's actually the outdoor pool area. So yeah, it's going to be, I don't know, probably not the most interesting speed build, but I need to post the entire house. And speaking of posting, I'm actually trying really hard to be consistent. And you're probably thinking, Lucas and consistent can't be in the same sentence. I know, honestly, usually they can't be. But, I'm trying my best. And so far, so good. It's been a week, and I've posted 3 videos, and I'm not planning on stopping. So today, even though I don't have that much time, so I'm not sure how long I'll be able to stay here for, maybe 25 minutes. I'll try my best to do more. But yeah, I need to be more consistent, which means I won't be able to film that many long voiceovers because I always try to make them at least 40 minutes long, but I hope that you guys don't mind even if they're 25 minutes long, 30 at times. And yeah, it's just easier when you have to speak for less, at least for me. But yeah, so like I said, I'm basically going to be finishing the kitchen and do the pantry, and then we'll also finish the living spaces. So this, I guess, this is like a part 2 of the living spaces part. And then I feel like in the next, no, not I feel like, I know that in the next part, I'll be basically doing the master suite, and then I think in the next one, I'll be finishing the first floor. So I'm still not sure on how many parts there will be, but right now I'm guessing that there will be around 9 to 10 parts, which is a lot, I know. But this house is huge, let's take that into consideration, shall we? We shall. And then, I guess I could tell you guys my schedule for the next week, because I see that a lot of you are actually asking where the next parts are coming out and stuff, and I'm trying my best to put them out as soon as possible. So right now, you're obviously seeing the part 5, which is on a Friday. Happy Friday, by the way. I hope that you'll have a nice day, or maybe you have a nice day. So I hope that your Friday will go well, and personally, I have some really nice plans. I'm going to a birthday party, so I'm really excited for that. I'm gonna go see some friends, gonna go hang out, so that's why I really don't have that much time. So if I have any stories from the birthday party, I'll make sure to tell you guys. I actually have quite a few for this voiceover from the past week. It's been an interesting week, to say the least. But yeah, getting back to what I was saying about the schedule. So obviously you're seeing this on a Friday again. But then I think I'm going to post the next video on Sunday, which is going to be part 4 of the Christmas Colonial, which is going to be the last part of that build. Finally, I know. When you really think about it, it took me literally a year to post a Christmas build, which is honestly, I don't even know if I should laugh or cry because, it took me a year to post a Christmas build. But hey, on the bright side, you'll have some inspo for your next Christmas builds, Christmas isn't that far away when you really think about it. Well, kind of is. Okay, so not a year, half a year. Because we still have like what? Okay, so it's the 17th of June. So we technically have like a few more weeks of June, then July, August, September. Okay, so technically 6 more months. So we still have quite a while until Christmas. But I'm excited already. I feel like this Christmas will be fun. I really enjoyed my last Christmas. But anyway, why are we talking about Christmas in the middle of the summer? I don't know either. But yeah, so like I said, that will be the last part of that build. And then I will probably post part 3 of the Chic Suburban on Tuesday. If something doesn't go to plan, I'll probably post like a community tab updating you guys. But if everything does go to plan, then I'm just not going to say anything and you're going to see the videos. So, fingers crossed that everything works out, and fingers crossed that I'll have enough energy to record both of the videos and edit them. I feel like I'll probably bring one of my friends onto one of the voiceovers, that way it's easier for me and maybe more entertaining for you guys to listen to. And yeah, and then later, I don't know how it's all gonna work out. I've only planned the next 2 videos, well, not including this one, but including with this one, and it's free. So yeah, I'm trying my best. I'm actually trying my best, and yeah, I see your comments and I try to respond to them as much as I can. I really like being on my summer break, to be honest. I like having so much free time. I remember when I actually got off for the first day, I didn't know what to do with my free time. Like, I had so much free time, I was like, what am I supposed to do with it? Like, I don't know about you guys, but I felt like that. And it's a pretty good feeling, but it was also weird not knowing what to do. So now I'm glad I kind of have things figured out, and you know, I'm more active and I can post a lot more often, which is just so nice. And yeah, I'm really excited to show you all the builds I'm kind of working on. I feel like I want to finish a few old builds for sure. I've also started a new one, so if you're wondering what it looks like, I did post a sneak peek on my Twitter, which is linked down below in the description, together with all the decals. Why do I sound like an ad? No, but actually, my Twitter is linked down below, and so is my Instagram, and so is my TikTok. But when it comes to my decals, because I still see that a lot of you sometimes have questions about them, and well, they're all linked down below in the description, and if you can't follow me, that's because... No, if you can't see them, that's because you need to follow me on Roblox. You need to follow me on Roblox, not on here. So I hope that now this kind of answers your question if you didn't know about this. And if you still have some questions, like, feel free to ask. Like I said, right now I try my best to respond to questions as much as I can. Obviously, I won't be able to respond to all, but I always try to respond to as many as I can. And yeah, I guess that's kind of all with, like, you know, all the sneak peeks and all. Well, okay, I guess I can talk about what I want to do lately, which is, before I kind of used to like keeping my builds private, and like I only really post them when they're like near completion. And I feel like now I kind of just want to post progress pics instead of just like a sneak peek when it's almost done, because I don't know, I really like seeing you guys, I don't know, like, even give me some constructive criticism on the build before, you know, it's fully done. And it's just, I really like sharing my progress with my friends, and I feel like doing it with you guys as well would be very fun. So that's what I'm kind of doing slowly. Like with the new build, I posted like an exterior picture. Right now I'm doing the landscaping, so I'm planning to show you what the landscaping looks like once it's done. Yeah, so basically, instead of revealing it all at once, I kind of just want to do it part by part, and at least on my Twitter. Obviously on YouTube, I really can't really do that, so you guys are always going to see full builds, you know, once they're finished and stuff. But if you do decide to follow me on Twitter, then yeah, you'll most likely see more progress pictures instead of just, you know, pics or sneak peeks of fully finished builds. But I suppose I should talk a little bit about the build. So I feel like one of the main things in this speed build that I'll be working on is definitely, okay, this pantry. And, well, maybe not the pantry itself, but the features of it. So this fridge, it's like a walk-in fridge, and this was inspired by this iconic one that I'm pretty sure most of you have seen, and if you haven't, then what are you doing? No, actually, I don't know if most of you have seen it. I know that a lot of my friends have, so they kind of know what I look like, my Bloxburg friends. So they knew kind of what I was talking about. So it's Kim K's walk-in fridge. It was, like, mine was heavily inspired by that one. Of course, this one isn't nearly as big as that one is in real life, but it's close, you know? I guess the idea is really similar. So you have the metal door, and then you have, like, you know, the entire fridge is kind of metal. The products in it may not really need to be refrigerated. Is that, like, I feel like I can say that, right? That's correct. Well, if not, then you guys will get to make fun of me. But anyways, yeah, so, but like, I needed to fill up the pantry somehow. So, okay, let's just imagine that they are. But yeah, like that, that fridge, I really like it. Like, it's such a random thing. It's a fridge, but I do love it so much. And I do think it's a very cool fridge. And I'd like to have a fridge like that in my own house. You know, and I'd like to have a fridge that I made in this house as well, because it's nice. You know, it's smaller, but it's the same concept, and I do like it a lot. And then the rest of the pantry, it's basically just shelves. I remember being a tiny bit lazy, which is exactly why only one of the shelves are actually filled up. And the rest are I kind of left them empty. Well, yeah, like only one wall of shelves was actually filled up, and the rest was just like, I basically left it to the person I was building this for. So, Chelsea, if you're watching this, I really hope you managed to fill up the pantry yourself, because I was too lazy to do it, and I would say I'm sorry, but honestly, no, to me, there's nothing more boring than actually filling up shelves. I don't know about you guys, but that's one of the things I hate the most about, like, building, is just filling up shelves, because it takes long, and you don't always get to see, you know, that big of a result, like, you know, because it's just shelves. But I obviously still try my best to fill them up and do that as best as I can. So there's that. But yeah, so I hope that Chelsea filled them up. And well, if she haven't, that's also okay. And I hope that you guys will have a lot of fun filling up those shelves, because I not necessarily having that much fun. But you know, it's okay. It's done now. It's been ages. Yeah. But speaking of it being ages, even though it has been a very long time, this build is still probably one of my favorite ones I've ever made. This new build I'm working on, I also really like. But yeah, even though it's been like, what, 6 months, this build is probably still one of my favorites that I've ever made, if not my favorite. I don't know, it's just, when I look back at this build, I get so many flashbacks, but in general, I'm just so happy that I got to work on it, and yeah, I'm kind of proud of it. I'm glad I can say that. Yeah, like, I'm definitely proud of this build, and even though it took ages, it was definitely worth it. But anyways, I know that most of you kind of like to hear about my personal life, and like, I don't really mind sharing these stories, because, you know, why not? If that will make your day, then sure, you know. So I haven't had the best day on Tuesday, if you want me to be honest. I had so many bad experiences, it was crazy. Like, I don't remember having such a bad day in a long time. And it was bad because of so many things that had happened. I had an exam, so surprise, surprise, the exam did not go well at all. Okay, in all fairness, I did know I was not gonna do well, probably. And you know, it's fine if you do bad on exams, because that sometimes happens. And I was a bit upset. And I was just upset at myself, because I had time to prepare, but I was like, I'm lazy. You know, and it's not like a regular exam. It was like, the one at the end of my year, which was kind of like important a bit. It won't like depend on, like, my future doesn't depend on it, but like, it was still kind of important-ish. So I was a bit upset at myself that I screwed it up, but you know, like, we all mess up sometimes. So yeah, but I couldn't blame anyone else. It was just me, because I could have prepared and I didn't. And you know, usually if you're feeling lazy, keep this in mind and just ask yourself, do I really want to, like, what happens if I do bad? And then if you feel like you'll really be disappointed in yourself, then, you know, maybe try preparing. Don't make the same mistake I did. But yeah, so like, the day started off with the exam. And you know, that kind of thing just kind of set the mood for me for the entire day. And then I kind of went out with friends. I guess it was fine. Nothing really happened besides the fact that I got to meet a person who I'm not on the best terms with right now. But I guess that kind of thing also happens. But you know, it's just, I got to meet them on, like, literally on that day. Out of all the days, it was the one where I was already kind of in a bad mood. And let me just talk about the weather itself. Like, during that day, it was a very rainy day. And when it rains, where I live, it usually rains bad. And it did rain really badly. I remember we were sitting at like a coffee shop and we looked out the window and it was like pouring rain. I did not have an umbrella too. I forgot to bring my umbrella. My friends always make fun of me for forgetting to bring my umbrellas because I don't know, I forget to, and I didn't have an umbrella. And all of my friends did have umbrellas, which was kind of ironic, so I was the only one without the umbrella. So while I was with them, they were, like, we kind of shared and stuff, so that was fine. And I think we got to the city center, and it wasn't raining anymore, the day was kind of getting better, you know, the weather, the sun was starting to shine, you know, I thought that it would be better, and then I was driving back home, and as soon as I got out of the bus, keep in mind that while I was driving back, the weather was also nice, but then as soon as I got out, it started pouring again. And this time I was alone, without any umbrellas, without anything. I had to walk back home while it was pouring rain. And usually, I think I've mentioned this before, I need to walk home for like 15 minutes from the bus stop, so it's not that long. I'm not really complaining, you know, it could be worse, so yeah, at least there's that. But, you know, it's 50 minutes on foot while it was pouring rain, so I had so much fun. I came back home drenched. I even recorded videos of myself just being soaked in water. Honestly loved it, you know, the day was amazing already. And then the cherry on top where I thought I was gonna lose it, was when my AirPod just randomly decided to fall straight into the toilet out of my ear. I kid you not, I thought I was gonna lose it there, and I almost didn't. So I had to, you know, just kind of roll my sleeve up and then just reach into the toilet to grab my AirPod. Did I have fun? Oh yes, I did. The hand itself, it was smelling amazing. Honestly, it couldn't have been better. I really hope that this never happens to you. Thankfully, my AirPods, I think, are like water resistant, so they survived. So spoiler, they survived. But you know, I reached for them first. Then I had to wash them off. I needed to wash my hands off, and I remember literally sitting right next to my dining table for 20 minutes trying to figure out what to do, how to fix them, how to get the water out of them. The water was also kind of disgusting, so, you know, it was all just amazing. And I really didn't know what to do, so then I just quickly looked up, you know, ways to solve this. And one detail that I should probably mention that really freaked me out was the fact that it started beeping. Well, the one that fell into the water, it just started beeping. Like, whenever I would grab it, it would start beeping, and I didn't know what that beeping meant. So I needed to look it up, and then I looked it up, and it said that the beeping usually means that there's like an error or like a fault in your AirPod, and that if you can't fix it, that means you need to take it to, you know, the nearest Apple store to get it fixed. And I kid you not, I was like, this cannot be happening. It's just so many things happened on that one day. I was speechless. And yeah, then I kind of, after that, I was freaking out. So then I basically opened YouTube and I looked up ways to solve this. And then basically I found like an app, or like, no, it was like a Siri shortcut, which basically makes like a sound for your AirPods that like kind of gets the water out of them. So with the help of that, I just kind of got the water out, and then yeah, and then I was just really in a bad mood the entire day because, well, I was just simply not having it, in all fairness, because, well, yeah, no. And it's definitely not the first day that was so unlucky for me. During this month, I don't understand why. It's just, there are days where nothing goes right for me. For example, the Friday, you know, how I actually ended up just falling into a ditch because I fell off an electric scooter. That was amazing. Probably not all of you know, but since I fell off, I actually ripped my shirt, and I couldn't look at that shirt. Like, I just threw it somewhere in my room and I didn't want to look at it again, and then I took a look at it today. And it's still bad, and I mean, it's not that bad. Like, it's not necessarily noticeable. I feel like people could definitely notice it, but I'm still debating whether I should just throw it out or not. Throw it out. So we will see. I actually just threw it in the washer today, in the washing machine. So we'll see if the dirt actually washes off, and then I'll decide whether I should throw it away or not. Yeah, I don't know. I'm still remembering that day was amazing, and you know, not even 5 days later, there's also another bad day. It's just amazing. So if you've been having bad days, I'd like to hear about it. You know, in the comments, maybe you'd like to share some stories. And maybe I'll end up reading some out, because I'm sure you guys will like to hear the stories as well. So if you have like some pretty funny stories of how your days weren't necessarily the best, then yeah, I'll probably read some out in the next voiceover if you guys end up commenting any. But yeah, I thought I'd talk about how lucky I was on Tuesday. I still remember that day, and I hope that it never happens again. You know, I think we all have that day sometimes, but it was just, I don't know. I don't understand why it has to be during this month. Usually they don't happen to me, but you know, this week they just decided, not this week, this month in general, like, not even this month, like, during these past 2 weeks, they just decided to, I don't know, start bothering me, you know? I don't know why. I don't know what I did, but I guess someone just decided to screw me over. Well, I really, really hope that this will stop very soon. And if not, well, then you're gonna hear about it in probably the upcoming voiceovers. And I don't know whether you've noticed while I was building, but actually, as I was building, like around this part, this is actually where the update came with the 20% extra plot data. That's when we got the new doors and the new furniture and stuff, so you're actually going to see me even replacing some things, and then, for example, the doors, and even start using the new items like the lounge chairs, the very nice ones, the new modern ones. I really, really love them. They give me kind of like beach house vibes, but you can honestly use them basically anywhere. They work in a lot of houses, which is very nice to see. So if you're gonna notice that as you're watching, just, you know, keep it in mind, I guess. And lastly, I'd love to stay for longer, but I really have to go. I was actually thinking about this the other day, and I don't know, I feel like I kind of want to bring back the questions, you know, where at the end of each voiceover, I just kind of answer a couple of questions about myself, and you guys get to know me more and stuff. I kind of want to bring that back. But instead of having like a post on Twitter, instead maybe you guys could just comment under the video. That way most of you could just comment, you know, and I'll just pick the questions that I like. And, you know, maybe you'll see your question in a voiceover we'll hear. So, I don't know. I guess that one's up to you guys if you would like for me to bring that back. Then I'll just, you know, pick out a few questions and answer them in the next voiceover, which is going to be, again, reminding you, part 4 of the Christmas Colonial, and then you're going to see part 3 of the Chic Suburban on Tuesday, I think. So, yeah, I hope this answers all your questions, and I hope that you enjoyed this voiceover, even though it's not the longest one. Hoping that the next one will definitely be longer, and yeah, maybe I'll even have someone as a guest. So, I guess we'll see. And like I said, if something doesn't go to plan, I will keep you guys updated. But yeah, thanks for tuning in, and I'll see you in the next voiceover. Bye, everyone!
Helpless, but I'm loving it. And my mind can't cross much in between, things we've never seen. You're a mirage that my mind can't see through. Are you here with me? One day we can see. And all my life, unbroken ways, but I know that time makes ways. But I know that time makes ways. And all my life, unbroken ways, but I know that time makes ways. But I know that time makes ways. Yeah, I know that time makes ways. All my life, unbroken ways, but I know that time makes ways. But I know that time makes ways. And will my life be there one day? All I know is frozen waves, but I'm hoping time makes ways. I'm holding on to the image of you, live from far away, information highway. You're a mirage that my mind will cling to. Though you're far away, we can make a way. All my life, unbroken ways, but I know that time makes ways. Yeah, I know that time makes ways. Floatrblx.